Hello.
Hi.
So what brings you in today?
Well, so I don't really have a great relationship with my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't talked to him I talked to him like once earlier this year, and like really we've just kind of like split paths. We're okay with it. We just don't talk. We don't have a good relationship. Like it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday he called and asked me. He left a voicemail on my phone. And I saw him calling, and like my heart immediately like sank because I was just like, "What's going on? Why are you calling?" And he wants to come to one of my lacrosse games this weekend, and I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like if I see him, I'm already really anxious about it because I haven't talked to him in a long time. I feel like it's gonna be awkward, but like I also feel like I'm obligated to like see him and talk to him because he's my dad, and I haven't seen him or talked to him in a while. But I just like don't know what to do. I have a lot of mixed feelings, and mostly I'm just really anxious, and I don't know if I should let him come or not, because I feel like I'll also feel guilty. I don't know what to do.
So you say like you feel anxious. Where does that like anxiety like sort of come from? Like, where is it stemming from?
Just I guess our relationship. Like whenever I do have encounters with him, like I do get anxious. I'm not really sure why it happens. I just maybe because we haven't had such a great relationship. I just don't. Like, he's my dad, but I don't really consider him my dad, you know what I mean? Like, he's a person in my life, but, like, I have other people instead of him.
And have you, like, talked to your mom about it?
I texted her last night, and she was like, you just need to do whatever you're comfortable with. Like, you know how he makes you feel. It's just, like, I really just want her to tell me not to let him come. So, like, I know that, like, this is what I should do, but, like, it's all up to me, and that puts more pressure on me.
It's all resting on your shoulders.
I just get nervous thinking about it.
Is it just like just seeing him, or is it like the feelings that he sort of makes you like brings out in you?
I think it's the feelings he brings out in me. Like I said, like we don't really talk. Like we never see each other, and I never know what to say. Like I always feel like we both know it's a really awkward situation, and like I feel like I don't know. It's almost like he's being fake to me at the same time. Like because I know as soon as he'll leave, like if he does come, he'll like text me and be like, "Oh, I miss you so much. I love you." Blah blah blah. When it's like we don't talk ever. Like, do you really feel that? And like. It just like makes me question a lot. And like, why is he trying to get into my life right now? Like when he hasn't been there for like 20 years, kind of thing.
I was gonna ask how long.
Yeah,
it's been like that.
It's been like on and off. Like we've always like tried to be in each other's life, but there's just been like so many factors that just like show me that I don't want him to be there, and like 1 month he'll try to be there, and like 5 months he won't. So it's just like I just like wish he would stop trying. But it's just like him coming up here. Like, do I let him come up here? Do I not? It's just like, and he called me yesterday. I haven't answered.
Oh, so you still haven't actually talked to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just because like I don't know what to say. Like I don't know what I want to say. I don't know if I do want him to come or not.
So you talk about these factors that make you not want to see him. Can you tell me like more about that? Like this like specific maybe things that you really don't care too much about. Or like about him.
He always makes me feel really guilty. Like sometimes like maybe he'll give me money or something, and then he makes me feel like I owe him something in return. Like this one time in particular, like it was a while ago, but I still really hold on to it. Like he gave me like a few $100s, and like later on he expected me to go to his house like every single weekend after that. I didn't know he was going to do that, and it, like when I said like I couldn't come that week because I split the time between my mom and my dad, and when I said I couldn't come, he was like, "Well, what about like all the things I just gave you? Like, doesn't that mean anything to you?" Like, "Oh, I don't mean anything." And it's just like that pressure to put on me. Like when I was younger, like it's still scarring, and like it's little things like that. Like I feel like if he does something, I'll owe him everything, and I don't want that like responsibility. So like if he comes and like makes a 3-hour drive, you know, like what am I gonna owe him after? You know, like I don't want that on my chest. I feel like I'm like moved beyond that, and like if I just keep blocking him out, it'll be okay.
So it seems like just he makes you feel really guilty a lot, and you just want to really avoid feeling that guilt.
Yeah.
Because it's not a pleasant feeling for anyone, and he seems like he does that a lot, which, you know, I'm sorry about. And, you know, but, so have you tried to talk to, like, other people in your life, or, you know, anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely vent to a lot of people, like my mom, a few of my friends. It helps, but I never really, like, have any, like, resolution. You know, like, I never feel settled. Like, I feel like nothing's ever settled. It's just kind of pushed aside. And, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know why I feel guilty, because, like, I know I shouldn't. But it's always just, like, he is my dad, and, like, now he is making an effort to see me. But, like, I don't feel like I should see him. Like, I don't care.
It makes you feel.
Yeah, like, I don't care if I see him. And, like, if he comes, is that gonna, like, make me anxious and, like, put me a step backwards from, like, the great feeling, like, I am right now.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like in a sense I've already made up my mind, like, I don't want him to come, but I still have that doubt, like, maybe it'll be different this time. And it never has been different when I've said that before.
Classic situation.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered what would happen if, like, have you ever talked to him about it and told him the way he makes you feel, or anything like that?
A few times we're both like, we've got to get better at communicating and like having a father-daughter relationship. And we're both like, yeah, let's do it. And then a week goes by and it's like, same thing.
Yeah.
So in a sense, we've both kind of like given up. But I hate how he just like enters my life randomly and just like throws me off. Because we're so fine without each other. I'd almost rather it that way. And I know it sounds terrible because he's my dad, but like that's how it's always been. And like that's what I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds bad saying, but like that's what it is. That's the truth.
And you say you're fine without each other. Like, do you think do you think he's fine without you too?
Yeah.
Do you think he
I
is
do.
content?
Yeah. I do. He has 2 other kids. They're my half brother and sister. But yeah, no, I doubt that he thinks about me on a daily basis. And like, it's sad too, but I don't think about him on a daily basis. You know,
It's just like that relationship is so strained that it's hard to even get back to like some sort of normalcy.
exactly. Like I feel like there's no sense of patching it up when it's so broken, and like that's just what it is. And I just hate the feeling of him trying to get back into my life because I know he's not gonna talk to me for the rest of the year. That's just like seems to be like the pattern happening my whole life.
Why do you think he wants to come up this weekend just randomly? Like, do you think he has like a reason behind it, or?
Not really. Like it's almost, I don't know. Like it is so random. That's what like gets to me. That's what makes me think. Like, is he trying to be different this time? Or like, maybe just because we haven't seen each other in a while. I don't know. Like him and his wife would come up just for the day, and like I have a game, so like I can't like hang out and talk, you know. And like my mom and my stepdad are gonna be there, and, like I'd rather see them instead of like worry like the entire game of like what's gonna happen when I talk to my dad. So I don't know why he's coming up, really. I mean, my only thought would just be to see me and like give his part, like show that he's trying to make an effort. So like he feels better about himself.
Show that he's still in your life, even though he doesn't really make that effort, you know, all the other times
I
that
feel
you
like,
really need him.
Yeah, I feel like it's for his glory. Like saying, yeah, I'm a super dad, I'm gonna go see one of my daughter's lacrosse games when like really like he thought I was like field hockey here. You know, like he's so out of it. Like I think he's just like trying to show that he's a great dad and he's going to his daughter's game.
Mhm.
Like, you're not. So.
He just wants to sort of prove it, maybe. Have you ever considered maybe what would happen if he was to come this weekend and you maybe asked him to, like, sit down and told him, like, the way you really feel? Or does that maybe, like, scare you a little?
I just, like, don't feel like it's worth it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, I've said stuff like that before and it's never changed. And like I
Mhm.
said, like, I'm okay with him
Mm-hmm.
out of my life. It's just, like, saying, like, if I really do want him to come up now or not. Because,
Mhm.
like, every time I see him, like, I miss him. And, like, I wish I did have a relationship. And I think that's the hardest part. Because it's just a reminder of how awful it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that feeling. And I think that's where the guilty feeling comes from. Like, maybe I should have tried a little harder. And, like, I mean, just, like, realizing that now. Like, I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think just to, like, avoid that whole feeling
Mm-hmm.
would be great.
That feeling of guilt and...
Just being reminded of how, like, crappy the situation is.
Mm-hmm. And, you said he's remarried
Mhm.
with your stepmom. Do you have any communication with her ever, or do you think she knows about kind of what's going on?
Yeah, here and there I talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, like, when we do talk, it'll be, like, twice a week. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then we go, like, months without talking. So
Oh,
it's, like,
okay.
somewhat similar to my dad, but, like, I feel like she tries to make more of an effort.
Mm-hmm.
I've always really liked her,
Mhm.
but then again, like, she really has never been there for me.
Mhm.
So,
How does it make you feel that she puts in more of an effort than he does sometimes?
it's almost like she's trying to cover up for him.
Oh.
Like,
Mhm.
she knows that, like, he's a shitty dad, and
Mhm.
she's, like, trying to make her peace with it,
Mm-hmm.
like, peace with me, and show, like, oh, she's not such a horrible person,
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, parental figure.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that when I do talk to her, she's always like, I'm always thinking about you. And she knows, like, more details about my life. Like, I feel like a lot more connected to her. Like, things I've been through. And she's always been, I mean, she was definitely, like, my second mother figure for sure. But, I mean, she doesn't talk to me a lot. But when I do feel more connected to her.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't feel like... Do you feel like almost, like, like kicked out of, like, that family a little bit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's,
Sort of.
yeah, definitely. And it's an awkward feeling. It's not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I wish it didn't happen like that, but then again, I think, like, maybe it's for the best.
Mm-hmm. Now, is your relationship with, like, your mom's side of the family, is that a lot stronger with, like, your stepdad and all?
Definitely.
Good.
Yeah, my stepdad moved in with us when I was around 10,
Okay.
and he's been my dad,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. I talk to him a few times a week,
Mhm.
and my mom every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I have another sister at home, who's my full sister, and we've been through everything together, and she stopped seeing him for, like, a while before I did.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay.
And for a while, like, I was the only one who went over
Mm-hmm.
every weekend, just because I was young and, like, I didn't really understand why Megan, my sister, stopped going.
Mhm.
And it was, like, as I gotten older, I've realized, and it's just, like, really hard. But when my mom and my sister were always like, he sucks, I hate him, when I was
Mhm.
like, why? Like, I love my dad. And it's just, like, hard now that I realize that I, like, don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think would happen if maybe he did come this weekend and you, I don't know, asked him to, like, maybe dinner or just to sit down and talk with, like, him and your stepmom, and you really got, like, everything out? Do you think that might make you, like, feel a little bit better? It might take, like, some of the guilt away just knowing that you said everything that you could say.
Yeah. I've always wanted to, like, say everything that's on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've never been, like, mentally strong enough to do it. Like,
Mhm.
I'll just, like, start crying because, like, I
Mhm.
hurt.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's not in my life, and sometimes I wish he was, but, like, I know it's for the better that he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and, like, I think about it a lot. I mean, like, what if I did say
Mm-hmm.
everything, you know, like I even just said to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how he makes me feel. Like, would it change? Would it make a difference?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm just like, I'm at a really good point in my life where, like, I don't need him, but, like, I'm also strong enough where I can say everything that I need to. But it's also, like, doesn't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I'm not over it, obviously, because I'm still, like, freaked out that he called me.
Yeah.
You know, but it's almost like I just, like, I don't care anymore.
It might be one of those, like, sort of, like, out of sight, out of mind. Like, when he's really not around, you don't think about it, but the second he, like, pops back up, I'm getting that you freak out a little bit.
I do, yeah.
You know? And so, you know, that might be, like, something to think about, like, a step in, like, the right direction, like, really telling him how you feel, because you never know, like, that might help you get everything off your chest, whether he doesn't accept it or, you know, he shuts you down or something like that. Like, at least you know that you did everything that you could possibly do to, like, mend that relationship, you know?
I want to know that I did do everything I can.
Exactly.
And that's just who he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, like, I want that feeling, because I know that there are a few other things that, like, I should have said here and there, but no, I think if I did, even just, like, if I write things down, I feel like that
might be good. Especially if you think, like, you're gonna get emotional if you did talk to him. Like, maybe having, like, a list of everything that you want to get off your chest right in front of you, and that way, like, you can just go through it, and, you know, it might be a good strategy to use.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Just like I can physically write it down and see, like, A through Z, all the things you've done that, like, I don't like, and that's that. Like, yeah, I think I could do that.
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Well, I wish you, you know, best of luck with that.
Thank you.
And we can, you know, if you want to come back next week or something like that, we can, you know, do that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh.